For our reading this morning, I wanted to share a poem, if you'll permit me. And it's a poem I actually received this Wednesday. I have a friend, or she became a friend at the congregation I was serving in San Francisco last year. And she's a poet and goes by 26th Avenue Poet. And sends out a poem every week on Substack. And this week, her poem was called Balance. At the crossroad, and you might have to make the translation. Remember, she's walking in San Francisco, so we could be driving in Knoxville and we come to the red lights, okay? So at a crosswalk, waiting for the light on a cloud-bright day, I take still standing as a cue to invite my shoulders to soften and relax. And as they try, I feel their anxious twitch, their urge to lift again and tighten. You don't understand, my shoulders tell me. If we relax, nothing is safe. We brace so we can balance the weight of the world between us. If we relax, the world falls. Silly, says the ghost of a most full moon in the cloud-bright sky above the rooftops. It's not you or your little wings of bone who balance the world, it's me, and it wears me to a thread. Look at me working the day shift to keep the stubborn planet spinning. And who minds me anymore or even looks up to see me shine? But you, relax or don't, it doesn't matter. The world is not your burden to bear. She's right, says the cloud-bright sky, so quietly I almost miss it. Not yours to bear and not hers either, though don't tell her I said so. And let's be clear, it's not the world you work so hard to balance, it's your head, round and heavy and spinning like a planet. Don't try to bear the world on your shoulders, little one, just live in it and balance yourself the best you can. Just now, for instance, look, the light is turning green. Mind your step off the curb. I don't know what it is about this time of year, and it never makes sense to me, and it always catches me unawares, that the end of summer, although it doesn't feel like anywhere near the end of summer this morning, the end of summer, there just seems a frenetic activity, and I can't help but notice, and I don't know if you do as well, that people's shoulders start to go up into tense and to get tight. And I don't know if it's because we're coming out of sort of a summer vacation mode of frame of mind, and we think of all the programming that we have to be involved in, or getting the children ready for school, or getting all those to-do lists that we didn't do over the summer have to be done during the fall, or we're just anxious about what was it, a cornerback who blew out his knee and can't play this season, and but I just noticed people's, or at least my shoulders, tense and get tight. And this poem was a reminder that the anxiety of the world and what is going on in the newspapers and what's going on in my neighborhood, it's not mine to bear. And while my friend who's the poet doesn't go on to say this, I'm going to, and I hope she'll forgive me, but it reminded me so much of the psalmist in Psalm 75, who reminds us that it is God who says, when the earth tilts and all the people with it, I am the God who steadies the pillars and keeps everything balanced. And I think the reminder this morning, and this is my last service with you in this cathedral this summer, is that here we are in God's beautiful creation, and the pillars underneath us are solid, and we can let our shoulders drop. And I know that there's stuff to do. And I know we're leaving this place to do stuff. And I know tomorrow morning there's more stuff. But the reminder is that we don't have to bear the burdens of the world. We can take a breath, almost a spiritual discipline, take a breath, let our shoulders drop, and get on about the business we were given to do. And that business is this: life is a gift. God has gifted us with this life. God underpins all of it. And we just have to look at the child who's screaming for those sneakers, or the dog who just vomited on the carpet, or our spouse who's driving us crazy. Drop our shoulders, take a breath, and remember, it's all gift. Look around us. Let your shoulders drop and say to yourself, it's a gift. Amen.